Karl-Anthony Towns dropped 60 points the other night on the San Antonio Spurs. I'm just going to ramble here for a couple seconds just to have an excuse to show highlights of Cat going crazy, because I just want to give him some shine before we transition to the real point of this video.
Towns shoots it again. That time he's got it. 60 for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Anyways, 60 points gets him on a very small list of NBA centers to ever score 60 or more. David Robinson got 71 on the last day of the 93-94 season to take the scoring title from his personal rival Shaq. Shaq scored 61 points himself on his 28th birthday. You can pick any Wilt Chamberlain game in the early 60s. And George Mikan had 61 points against the Rochester Royals. I don't have any footage of that, so enjoy this pleasant footage of him doing a SportsCenter commercial instead.
It's nice having the athletes hang out at SportsCenter. It's a little interesting, though, when some of the old-timers stop by to share opinions.
Take a look at these highlights. All you see are the dunk shots. Yeah, whatever happened to the two-handed set shot?
And even after Karl-Anthony Towns added his name to this pretty exclusive list, you still wouldn't say he's above third in the rankings among current NBA centers. Embiid and Jokic are all-time greats in their prime right now, doing cool shit every night. Think about how crazy what I just said is. I'm imagining someone telling a 16-year-old me, I'm 28 now by the way, that there would be an NBA center who was just as likely to shoot a step-back three as he was to dunk on your head. And there's at least two guys better than him. How could that even be true? So let's talk a little bit about what makes these two MVP candidates so awesome. Nikola Jokic is single-handedly breaking all the rules of what we thought was possible for an NBA center. The conventional wisdom was that running the offense through your center was doomed because you just double them in the post, force a pass, and you just wasted several seconds of the shot clock. Yes, I know the Rockets won 2 titles running offense through Hakeem, but that was a different era when defenses had less freedom than they do now. Hey, jumping in now while I'm editing, just to say that I don't think I was clear enough what I meant. It's not that there haven't been many successful post-up centers, it's just that most teams that won with these kind of centers also had a wing or guard next to them that could create in short clock situations. But Jokic totally changes that calculation. Doubling Jokic anywhere is death with his ability to see over the trap and find the open man no matter where he is. And while he's awesome in the post, he doesn't need to be there to kick your ass. His dribble handoff game, which is just a pick and roll where the screener has the ball, makes him a threat in every aspect. He can hand the ball off or step back and shoot, or skip a pass if any defender is cheating, or if you help on the handoff, he can just rumble into the paint and quickly transition into a post-up. He can also get a defensive rebound, which he's excellent at, and start a fast break with either his dribbling or his long-range passing. Basically, he's dangerous literally everywhere on the court with either his passing or his scoring. He has those crazy flip shots that look like prayers, but they're always answered. Speaking of his scoring, it's incredible how dominant he is given how little vertical explosion he has. He gets a dunk every 110 minutes he's playing. I understand that you have no context for what that means, so for comparison, Embiid and Cat dunk every 28 minutes. Bam Adebayo dunks every 16 minutes. Rudy Gobert every 11 minutes. It doesn't make any sense that while being the least athletic person of the group, he's also undoubtedly the best offensive player in the group. I just want to talk for a few seconds about this stats table here, because all the guys above Jokic have a usage rate below 20, and Jokic is above 30. Not to mention that they all average under 3 assists, except Jokic, who's above 8. He's literally a unicorn, like literally. I know what the word literally means, and he's literally a unicorn. Embiid is a bit harder to talk about because I know, and you know, he's great. But there's not like one stat or skill where he's clearly the best at. Embiid scores a little more than Jokic, but Jokic is way more efficient and also creates for others at a way higher rate. Embiid is just simply more well-rounded in that he has no real weaknesses on either end of the court other than his injury history. Actually, I take that back. He just might be flat out the best in the league at free throws if you combine every aspect of them. He's shooting 12 a game this year and makes over 80% of them for his career. That's double the number of free throws Jokic takes in a game. Also, over the last 2 seasons, he's actually been a better three-point shooter than Jokic. Speaking of shooting, his mid-range jumper has made him such a threat in post-ups because he will shoot them from 16 feet and he'll make them too. He's virtually impossible to guard 1v1 at this point. Yeah, he's not the playmaker Jokic is, but he's having the best assist season of his career with over 4 a game, which is totally fine as long as you don't compare him to the biggest outlier in NBA history. And Embiid is an obvious upgrade on Jokic on the defensive end. He's so good at leveraging his size to keep smaller, quicker players within distance whenever he gets switched onto a non-center. And while he's not the best rim protector, he's not far behind Gobert either. It's funny to look at the stats of these two the past 3 playoffs. The averages and efficiency get really close to each other. Jokic and Embiid both lose a little as teams focus on them. They take away a little of Joker's sting as a passer, which drops his assist numbers, and teams get better about not committing fouls, so the process shoots less free throws. But make no mistake, they remain completely dominant with a +9 and a +8 net rating respectively. Those two are the pinnacle of the center position, basically as good as it gets. That's why you can look at Cat scoring 60 the other night, and the fact that he's the best shooting center in the league's history, and the fact that Gobert has 3 Defensive Player of the Year trophies, and Bam is maybe the most versatile defender in the league and holds his own on offense, and there's still a clear line of demarcation between Jokic, Embiid, and everyone else at the position.
First of all, Jokic is amazing.
Yes, he is.
He's a monster. You not only play against him twice a year, but you get to play against him, 4 times a year or even more in the playoffs. That's a potential matchup for you guys. You know how good he is, and I know how good he is too because I'm also happy that big guys are dominating the league.
I mean, I like it to be honest because I think he's a great player. Yeah. But I don't think so that we have a similar style of basketball. I wish I can do the things that he's doing on the court. He's amazing.
Anyways, thanks for watching. I love you. Have a great day. Please like the video if you got this far. Leave a comment. I love arguing. JK. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.